720 on the Big 550 KTRS. Nick Pister, friend of the show, been on the show numerous times. Love to have him on. He, of course, is a reporter for the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. His beat is City Hall.
Glad to be back.
You betcha. Board of Aldermen is going to take up this minimum wage issue. I thought it was dead. What happened?
Well, essentially what happened is they went on summer break, and it sort of died right when they left, and nobody really thought it was coming back, but there was a push with some of the progressive members of the Board of Aldermen to bring it back and to get a special sort of resumed session and try to get this passed. And so essentially they came back and did that. And so now they have to come back for one more meeting on Friday and put the final touches on it.
So are they actually thinking about putting this, passing this, and or putting this on the ballot for a vote? How is this going to work?
No, they would not put it on the ballot. It would actually pass. On Friday, they could pass it, and the mayor will sign it. It would go into effect immediately upon the mayor's signature, and it would go into force right then and there. And so the minimum wage would go up to $8.25 upon his signature.
Do you think it's going to happen?
Yeah, I think it has a real chance of happening. It seems like they have the votes. At least they had 15 votes to perfect this bill, and it appears that they have the ability to do it. There could be a few tricks up the sleeves of the opponents that could maybe come into play, but you never know.
What happened? I thought the last go around, as you mentioned, they sort of ran out of time. But I thought somebody sort of blocked it, and they couldn't get around that guy, so it was sort of dead on arrival.
Yeah, a previous incarnation to raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour did die when an alderman, Joe Vaccaro, who was the Ways and Means Committee chairman, had actually just would not put the bill before his committee, which means it couldn't go to committee and couldn't go to the full Board of Aldermen. So what they did was procedurally they had to get some extra votes to actually have a debate to pull it out of that committee and have a full debate before the board.
Okay, so when this goes, so the $15 an hour minimum wage is off the table, or does this bill then ultimately raise it to $15 an hour some point in the future?
So what they ended up doing to get this to even come anywhere near passing was to have some sort of compromise bill. So what we have now is an amended bill. So they've taken that original 15 bill and they've cut it down to 11. So essentially, it was going to go up to $15 an hour by 2020. Now it's going to go up to $11 by 2018 and stop there.
But this is still going to really hurt small businesses.
Well, so some small businesses are exempt. Anybody who has 15 or fewer employees or gross sales of $500,000 or less. So it's anybody in that higher area that could have a problem. Some studies show that you can only raise the minimum wage, or at least economists say you can only raise a region's minimum wage if it's half of what the sort of median wage is for everybody. And I think in the St. Louis area it's something like $9. So it remains to be seen what will happen. If this is actually put into place, and if it does pass and the mayor signs it, there are a potential for legal challenges, and it's very possible that this is all political, and that if there's a successful legal challenge, that this will never actually go into effect.
Nick, while we still have you, somebody told me over the weekend that this new stadium proposal that David Peacock and company are working through only has one more vote of the Board of Aldermen before it's sort of finalized. Is that what you're hearing?
Yeah, that certainly could be. There's a financing package they have to do. Although, I mean, there could be a number of things that come up. This has not gone through the public vote that a lot of people at least thought it should. So there's some wrestling going on over with the aldermen because they believe. They did pass a bill years ago that means these things have to be on the ballot, and it has not been put on one, and they're a little upset about that. So they could strike back in a few different ways.
Yeah. How's your book selling?
It's going well. I'm actually working on another one. I can't say what it's about yet.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. You're working on it. You're trying to sell books, but you can't tell us what the book's about?
Another one, he said.
Well, I'm working on another one that's not out yet.
Oh, okay. All right.
Talk about it.
All right.
Pay attention.
But has the first one, it was the Axe Murders, what was it? What was the name of the book?
Yeah, the Axe Murders at Saxtown is about German immigrant massacre from the 19th century.
I tell you what, has anybody come to you about movie rights for that story?
The movie rights are still available. So
Movie rights are still available. I'll tell you what, that would be a great movie. A young up and comer movie guy. You know, everyone thinks they're a movie director now. That would be a great local scary movie, which would garner a lot of attention.
A girl just wants to be cast in it.
No, I don't. But I'm just telling you, Nick. That's a movie waiting to be happen or waiting
I would
to happen.
look forward to it.
Yeah. All right, Nick. Have yourself a good day. Thanks for checking in.
Thanks, Nick.
Thank you very much. Bye.
7:25 here, Big 550 KTRS. Nick Pister following City Hall and all of that. Now we go